Well, Assalamu alaikum. In the previous time, I believe that international law has existence in the present situation, but now I feel like that international law is a bogus thing in the present situation after observing the incident has been happened by Donald Trump, who is the president of US, and with his own power, economic power, or political power, he extorted or he arrested Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela. So it is one of the biggest scam in international law. Here is exist of international law, international principle, and social responsibility regarding to the international law, but it has no kind of implementation. So how you will implement the law for the common development of the society, of the situation? According to Article 51 of international law, in the name of self-satisfaction or in the name of self-desiration, a country can occupy another country. A country can attack another country. So this is the biggest scam that I ever think. On the other hand, the political philosophers, the international figures, they used to say that Donald Trump has been occurred the very beautiful thing for the present development of the present tranquility in international law. But I don't think so. Having international law, international principle, Donald Trump has no right to do such kind of activities which is actually show something that has no acceptance in the international law. According to Article 24 of United Nations Charter, if any person attack without any kind of justification against any country, it will be treated as the intervention, and intervention is actually prohibited under the international law. If the common people, if the same society who are not convicted by Donald Trump, if they support these types of activities, that will harm themselves in the future date, wherever there is no way to establish the rule of law under the international law. And for these circumstances, our biggest philosophers of legal perspective, Sir Salmond, said that international law is the vanishing point of jurisprudence. Besides this, we are seeing that Donald Trump is not strong enough to occupy everything without the support of another country. And I think the another country, they have also inherent support for doing such kind of crime by Donald Trump. If these types of activities is happening for the future days, that actually reduce the credibility of the United Nations, as well as credibility of the international function where international law is totally absent to perform his duties. I'm not the international philosophers. As a law student, it's my common responsibility to say about the malpractices of Donald Trump. International law will not get the validity until the international leaders, they can establish the international law throughout rule of law, throughout justice, throughout accountability. So this is the question: who will build the cat? The question answer is very simple. United Nations actually liable to answer these types of question. But here I saw that in United Nations Charter, there are only one country which is called the USA. So how you will implement the international law against themselves? So from this perspective, I can easily say that international law has no legal validity to legalize the illegal activities done by Donald Trump without justification, and in the common eye, it's actually a crime. But no political leaders in the universe, they did not take any kind of responsibility and not raised their voice against these types of malpractices. So how you will implement the international law? It is the common question. First of all, we need a strong affiliation of United Nations who can establish the international law in every types of crime. Secondly, we have to strong the international criminal court that establish the rule of law in the development of the criminal side. We have Rome Statute, we have ICC, but that has no types of implementation. Either it will implement for the development of the common people of the universe, otherwise it should be stopped. It has no validity. My question is that though the international law has no types of legal validity, so how we will teach about the international law? How we will implement the international law against the economically vulnerable country?